Your soul will never find peace for what you have become.
I am what the gods have made me!
The two things, and that's the game, and my team. I hate my job.
Welcome to Electronic Utopia.
Currently, there has been emerged an ideal fantasy world, quenching for people's thirst on excitement and relaxation, called the Electronic Utopia. People are mesmerized by it. But why? There are different ways allowing players to access into it, and you, the new generation in this era, should be familiar with them. PSP and NDSL are examples of tools people use for entries. These video games are the most fascinating ones among all, with millions of types of games for players to choose. As game developers are producing their products in swift pace, lots of game shops were set up in shopping malls. The resulting intense competition urges them to increase their competitiveness. Most of them choose to display the most updated games in order to catch a single glimpse from the customers. Shh! Keep quiet! He's controlling his fighter, fighting for justice. A remote control is one of the accessories in playing games, as it lets users control the objects to move or even fly. It seems that he is over-concentrated on the screen. Let's move on a little bit to look at another game console. The larger one is Xbox 360, another example for video games. Other than entertainment, electronic games can act as effective tools for education in a fun way. Students can gain knowledge not only from the books in this century, but also through electronic apparatus. There are some shops specialized in providing game machines for customers. Many people are gathering here for relaxing and seeking excitement. However, those who are under 16 years old or wearing uniform are not permitted to go inside. It is a big machine that lets players gamble who the winners are in the simulated horse racing. Besides this large machine are rows of game machines located inside the game store. The large quantities of machines are needed to fulfill the large demand of users and to prevent queuing. It can be imagined how large the proportion of game players to non-game players in the population is. As not many people get the chance to drive a car, the visual games also provide the opportunities for them to try in the virtual world. By the way, have you buckled up yet? It is not persuasive enough to say that electronic games are popular in Hong Kong without quoting any evidence or supporting figures. To illustrate one, we traveled a few hours on a train and counted the number of people playing electronic games. Within merely 2 cards, there are 7 people playing their own electronic toys. Other than traveling, lots of people playing their PSP or NDSL even when eating in a restaurant. Teenagers pay lots of attention to the games, and they start to become confused in distinguishing virtual world and the reality. Some of them even faint or vomit and need to be hospitalized after long-term non-stop games. One of the major factors attributed to the popularity of electronic toys is advancing technology. The enlarging screen and increasing resolution from standard definition to high definition provides excellent visual effect to the players. To increase the portability for convenient outdoor play, the thickness of the toys decreases with time and the connection modes between players change from cable linked to a wireless that enhances the interaction among users. However, addiction to electronic toys causes great impact on the player's daily life. Ignoring the others when concentrating on games is a prevalent symptom for addicted players, and their friendship may be therefore spoiled. Also, it may affect one's health if he does not take enough rest after playing for a long duration. Short sight and even blindness are the possible consequences. Another result of wallowing into the game world is that the user may become unsociable and lose incentive to communicate with others. Worse still, students do not pay attention to academic results. They spend all the time playing electronic games instead of revising textbooks. It is not exaggerated that users spend too much money on games and accessories in order to catch the most updated trend. In addition, bad temper may be potentially developed, and it causes disturbance to others. Apart from the mental impact, it sometimes results in accidents as they are indifferent to what happens in the surroundings. Fortunately, that guy is not on a zebra crossing, or injuries may be resulted. In conclusion, there are a lot of underlying problems when being mesmerized in this so-called utopia. Nevertheless, their occurrence is due to the lack of proper self-control, without which it is undoubtedly an effective way to relax and entertain oneself. Yet, most people now are addicted to it, and the society starts to show concern on it. Should you leave this fantasy world, or continue to stick to it? It's your choice.